Hello everyone and welcome to Day One Update. This is AbleSir Thomas. Now I just wanted to discuss the most recent releases for Games for Gold on Xbox Live. The first of which is D4 Dark Dreams Don't Die, which is releasing on Xbox One. Then MXvsATV Alive, which is releasing on 360. And on the 16th, Witcher 2 will become available for download on the 360 as well. Now the first game we're looking at here is called Dark Dreams Don't Die, or D4 for short. Now, D4 was released in September of 2014, so it's actually a pretty recent release, and it's currently holding a 77 on Metacritic, so it's a pretty positive score, and I think it's probably the best value out of this month's free games on Gold. Now, it's a really quirky title, and I had a lot of fun with it. It's somewhat comparable to the Telltale series of games, where you're kind of moving through fixed environments and interacting with the environment in different ways to accomplish different goals or to move the story forward. Now it has a really kind of quirky art style that's an attitude that's kind of a strange combination between Law and Order and anime that I really like and I just haven't seen in any other games. Now the game uses Kinect or controller and both options work well, even though I do prefer the Kinect, and I think it's a really good testament that Kinect can work well in games and that it should be an alternative control function in more games. The movements are really precise, and there's just another level of immersion when you're actually reaching towards objects to examine them and just find out more about the game overall. Now, the game also features really over-the-top QuickTime events that are just a ton of fun, especially with Kinect. You know, you may look stupid flailing around, but it's hard not to in those QuickTime events with a stupid grin on your face. Now, the game lasts anywhere to around 4 to 6 hours. It may be a little shorter or a little longer depending on how much you actually explore in the game, if you go for the optional quests or just try to find all the dialogue and all the good stuff. Now the game also features a large number of alternative costumes and collectibles to find as well. Now the next game we're looking at here is called MXvsATV Alive. Now this game released in May of 2011 and currently holds a 63 on Metacritic. So it does have a few years on it, and it wasn't exactly a standout in its genre. Now it does have a fairly good gameplay and the graphics are presentable. The core issue of the game kind of stems from a lot of the content being locked behind either DLC paywalls or really high levels that you have to reach. So you really have to play a lot of the same content to get more content, which is going to be discouraging to a lot of people out there. The game does feature an online multiplayer mode, so that's great for those of us who have friends and we don't share similar games. So now there's something that you can download and you can play together, which is good. And of course the servers will be flooded with a large number of people because it is free, so that is a plus. Now the final title we'll be looking at today is The Witcher 2, the Enhanced Edition. Now this title released in April of 2012 and currently holds an 88 on Metacritic. Now, I'm actually a pretty big fan of this game. I bought it in, 2013, and put about 100 hours into it. It's one of my favorite RPGs on 360. Now, it just has a really deep, dark story, and has this really deep combat system. It can be punishing at times. It doesn't hold your hand like most RPGs, but that's kind of why it's so awesome. It really rewards preparation and kind of understanding how the gameplay works and your enemies. It has a really powerful emphasis on choice as well. Choices you make throughout the game really have far-reaching consequences, to go as far as changing where the second half of the game takes place. So to really get a hold of the game as a whole, you need to play it at least twice. So that's about 80 hours of content right there. So it's definitely great that it's free. And of course, Microsoft has good timing here because The Witcher 3 is releasing on Xbox One and PS4 and PC in May, so that's actually really great timing, so you guys can get a hold of the title, get familiar with the Witcher series, and then upgrade to next gen and buy the new one. I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching. I hope this was informative to those of you guys out there who weren't too aware of the Games for Gold releases this month. Now, which game do you think is the best release this month? I'm personally leaning towards D4, but I'm sure there's plenty of competing opinions out there. Let me know in the comments and be sure to subscribe. You guys have a good one.